These are the corellas, and over on the left there, that's a baby corella. So he or she is making that noise because it wants feeding. And the seed bowl's empty, so I'll have to go and fill that seed bowl up so that the parents can eat. And then they'll feed their baby. Big crow flew over. Scared them all. Oh. You guys all hungry, are you? Waiting for me to put some seed in your bowl. It's a funny little thing, isn't he? Asking very nicely for some food. Oh, there we go. Parent just fed him. Regurgitate seed back into the baby's beak. And if you'll do it again. There we go, feeding him again. I guess you don't often get to see that. See the parent shaking his head, getting the food to come up, and then straight into baby's beak. Alright, I'll come and feed you guys. He's still hungry. He's a hungry baby. Come away around this way a little bit more. Try not to scare them away though. It's alright, I won't hurt you. I'm going to come and put some seed in your bowl in a minute. Alright, I'll go and feed them. See you soon. G'day guys, welcome back. Let's put my other glove on. There we go, recycling gloves, always a good idea, isn't it? Today, actually I'll move those because I want to show you what I'm going to use. I'm going to use Elmer's school glue. So a lot of people can't get Elmer's glue all. In previous videos I have told you guys how to get it and with free postage. But if you're in Australia and you just want to go to Spotlight or other places and grab yourself some Elmer's school glue, I'll show you how to use it. It does say washable. So if you want to resin and you're using silicone oil, it's probably not the best choice for you because being washable, once it's dried and you wash the surface, the paint's most likely going to come off. So if that's a problem for you, if you need to wash your silicone off before resining, don't use this. If you just want to play around and practice, use Elmer's school glue. Works a treat. I've used it before. Love it. It's a bit thicker than the glue all, and I've mixed these up exactly the same as I would mix my glue all. I'll show you the consistency. As I said, it is thicker, but I want to see whether or not it's able to hold the cells. Look at that, big mound on a mound, eh? Leaves a nice big ribbon. Hopefully you can see that, the pale pink. So yeah, much thicker. I wouldn't use the glue wall this thick. My paint would split, but let's just try it with this school glue. So I have made up a big squeeze bottle of 70% Elmer's school glue and 30% water and shooken it up. Okay, so for cells, treadmill silicone, I'm going to put 3 drops in each colour. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You can have 4 because you're a little bit bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. This size little card is just my practice card because I want to see what how the glue is going to react. So I'm not going to waste a big canvas until I've got it right, and then I can hopefully do a canvas for you. So 500 grams of mixed paint for this size. It's a 30 by 40 centimetre, 12 by 16 inch, and it's just my practice card. I've told you guys where to get them from millions of times. They're in the files section of the Australian Acrylic Pouring Group. Where to get them from eBay, where to get them from Amazon. So it's really bubbly still. I should have left it because I know I'm going to get lots of air bubbles. Anyway, can't be helped. I guess I could make it earlier and leave it, couldn't I? But I'm a bit impatient. Okay, so I'm going to do a flip and drag. So 2 layers, a little bit more in, 2 layers of paint in each cup. Light, dark, light, dark. Well, these are 2, they're kind of dark, but I didn't have anywhere else to go with the colours. I've only got 2 lighter ones and 3 darker ones. With the 3 darker ones, well, this dioxazine purple, I cut back on it. I've only got 40 grams of pouring medium and 40 grams of paint. The pink, the plum and the peacock, I've got, what did I do? 70 grams of pouring medium and 60 grams of paint in those ones. This is the peacock. This one, I put a little bit of extra paint in. This one's 70 grams of pouring medium to 75 grams of paint. The cool blue here, I did 50 grams of pouring medium and 40 grams of paint because I know the cool blue is thick. It still feels thick to me actually. So I just play around with it. I start with 50-50, pouring medium to paint. And then I just have to adjust it depending on the thickness of the paint. So some brands are really thick, like Liquitex Basics is much thicker than the paint I use. So if you're using that, you're going to have to add either more pouring medium, maybe 1.5 parts pouring medium to 1 part paint. Or you can just add a bit of extra water, go 50-50 and then add more water, up to you. I've got a lot of this left. I did a pour before this with same colours and this dioxazine purple really took over. So I've cut back on it and increased my lighter colours. So I cut back on all the dark colours and increased my lighter colours because it was really quite overtaking and powerful, this dioxazine purple. It's probably going to go the other way now. I'm going to go, where's my purple? Lost it all. I'll change this up and put the peacock there. And then put the plum on top of that, and then a bit of blue on top of that. Don't have to do every layer exactly the same, just whatever takes your fancy. The more you change it up, the more different coloured cells you'll get. I just like doing 2 layers though, because I like the layers to be relatively thick, so I can really see those colours. I find if I have more than 2 layers, if I have 3 layers, my colours aren't as vibrant. They kind of just blend into the other colour next to it because they're so thin. Do you know what I mean? So I tend to just do 2 layers and keep my layers relatively thick, so I can actually see each individual colour without them all blurring into each other. Now blue and purple, well, we're not. It's just going to go purple, isn't it? Hopefully I will just see this blue come out. So yeah, really quite a bit thicker than what I would normally use. Okay. Oops. Splurged a bit. That's not like you, Julie. You don't splurge. My goodness, woman. Get your act together. Right. Plum. Rose. Peacock. cool blue and the dioxazine purple that I make myself. Now the plum next to the blue over there looks pretty good so far, but they've just plopped out on top of each other. I haven't dragged them, so once you drag, now your colours do blend more. Released already. I've sprayed my cups with silicone. You can't see this, but that is the little gorgeous, gorgeous cells there. The plum surrounding the little dot of peacock. So pretty. It's pity they don't stay like that, day. Same as babies. They're so cute. Pity they don't stay like that. I know. I got 3 of them. One didn't stay like that. Righto. Flip and drag. That wasn't very good. Gee, look at all the cells already. I don't really want to use my excess paint that's in the cup. Why are you selling up already? Wowzers. Okay, give that a minute. You know, different glues are very different. The global glue, very reactive. You get a lot of, I call them scales. They look like scales, like on a lizard or on a snake. You get lots of these weird looking cells. I used it for a bit and then I just didn't like it, so I moved away from it. Alrighto, let's tilt a little bit here. Don't want to lose that though. I'm going to need a stick to catch that. And I just want to basically cover in this little bit here, if I can. Get the paint to join up. No, doesn't want to. Alright, I'm going to torch and get some little cells up. So a lot of these little dots that you can see are air bubbles popping. They're not actually... Oh, wow, I got way too close. Look at that. My bad. I went like that. I keep telling you guys, go around in circles, don't do this. And then what do? I do that. So, don't do that. You get a cell explosion. Maybe I should do that, like all over a painting one day and see what happens. That's most likely going to get tilted off anyway. Okay, where will I start? I need my little stick. Might as well tilt this way. I'm going to go for this corner. But I want the paint to move that way as well. Take my time. No point rushing these things. Rushing never ends well. I can guarantee you that. Okay, that corner's done. Let's go for this corner. Just try and center my paint again. I need to clean that off so I can actually see where the edge of it is. Wow, look at those colours. So pretty. You have to go. So I'm going to bring the paint, because I want that section to go, I'm going to need to bring the paint to sit about here in front of it. Okay, and then back. Hope I haven't overstretched too much or taken too much off that side now that I was trying to get rid of that little blob there. Probably did. I'm going to put some of this paint here. I'll let some run off first, because the first bit is always a little bit kind of blobby. And that way, if I don't get to these corners, at least there's something on them. Still got quite a lot of paint in here. I don't know why I didn't use it all. Love these colours though. Now I'll need to just torch that new paint. Quite reactive, that's for sure. Now I want to move that paint over a little bit that way, so I'm just going to put my hand under there. Okay. Now this edge up here is going to be a problem, because I've already tilted off that side, so that paint is really thin up here, and because half the cells have kind of gone off, when I stretch the other half of the cells, they can easily lose their shape. What'd you do that for, you silly woman? Wrecked it. Alright, let's walk up and down. I probably tipped too much paint off the first half when I was tilting. See, this is all stretching way too much now. Maybe I should have stuck to 600 grams because this paint is so much thicker. Instead of my 500 grams that I've done, maybe I should have stuck to 600. I'll just have to do it again, won't I? That's what happens when you change your medium. You have to sort of start experimenting all over again. Because you know what works for one medium and then you change it. And the same ratios don't work for your next medium. See how this is all stretched down here? Because I've already tilted that way and now I'm tilting back. So, yeah, I think because this mix is so much thicker, it's probably better off going with the extra little bit of paint, the 700 grams of paint. It's not a lot more, extra 100 grams, but I think it makes a difference. As far as cells go, beautiful, beautiful cells. None of them have split, broken with being this thick. I would never attempt to use Elmer's glue all this thick. It would just split and curdle. But the school glue seems to be able to handle it beautifully. Look at those colours. Wow. Yes, there's a few overstretched cells and I've probably over-torched. But overall, I think it's a really good result. What do you think? Do you agree? Uh-huh. So I'm going to see if I can straighten that out. See if I can get in there. Not too much. I'm going the wrong way actually. I'm making those cells worse. I need to shrink them this way. Aren't the colours pretty? So nice. Yeah. I'll do these colours again for sure. Right, let me get these awful gloves off. Take you down for a close-up. I'm not even going to balloon dip that. Look at this corner. I wonder if I can open it up. Now I've taken my gloves off. I wonder if I can open that corner up. I shouldn't, should I? No, let's not. Let's leave it. Oh, now I've got paint all over my hands. Dear, oh dear. I can't touch my phone. Let me get some paper towel. Alright, I'm just going to leave it. I keep saying to people, if you are, 70% happy with your pour and 30% not happy with it, just leave it. Otherwise, you're going to end up being 70% unhappy and 30% happy. So leave it. There's always going to be sections that you don't like. Even the most experienced pourer is going to have sections they don't like. You have to learn when to step away. Otherwise, you'll end up really hating it and scraping it. So just be aware. Learn when to walk away. Gotta learn when to, where's that song go? Gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, as Kenny Rogers would say. Good old Kenny. There we go. My favourite is that top left corner. It's actually got a plum background and then the pink rings around those turquoise cells. They are amazing. And then on the bottom left, we've got the plum cells in the pink background. So pretty. Really happy with it. I reckon I could even go thicker, Maybe that's why they've overstretched a little bit. I'm going to go again with more paint. Because when, I know I'm rambling, but when I've flipped over the cups, I got cells straight away. That shouldn't happen. You should torch to get your cells. So I could probably go thicker because I went 70 grams of pouring medium and 60 grams of paint. I should probably go 50-50 and go 70 grams pouring medium, 70 grams of paint. Because as I said, you should not get cells as soon as you've flipped your cups over. That's an indication that your mix is too thin. Well, for me anyway. That's what I've found. These are just a little bit big and sort of overstretched, these cells. So, but I really like the colours. And I'm so impressed with the Elmer school glue. Let's come down here. Look at this corner. I'll show you this corner. Whoops, focus. Gonna focus? Don't know if it wants to focus. Alrighty, there we go. Elmer's school glue and water. Have a go and let me know what you think. I'm happy with it. I will thicken it up though and go again, so watch this space. Right, I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now.